The hard problem of consciousness, famously articulated by philosopher David Chalmers in the 1990s, delves into the perplexing nature of subjective experience. While the easy problems of consciousness involve understanding the mechanisms and functions of cognitive processes, how we perceive, think, and behave, the hard problem addresses a more profound question: why and how do these processes give rise to the qualitative, subjective experiences that define our awareness? This distinction highlights a fundamental challenge in the study of consciousness: the difficulty of bridging the gap between objective physical processes and the rich inner life of subjective experience. At its core, the hard problem questions the essence of consciousness itself. When we consider the experience of seeing the color red, for instance, we can describe the neurological processes involved, how light waves interact with photoreceptors in the eyes, how signals are transmitted to the brain, and how the brain interprets those signals. However, the hard problem asks why this process is accompanied by the specific feeling of redness. What is it about the interplay of neurons that produces the rich phenomenology of perception? This question remains elusive, prompting debates across philosophy, neuroscience, and psychology. Chalmers argues that the hard problem is fundamentally different from the easy problems because it involves subjective experience, or qualia, the individual instances of subjective, conscious experience. Qualia are notoriously difficult to quantify or measure, leading to the conclusion that understanding brain function alone may not be sufficient to explain consciousness. This insight challenges reductive materialism, which posits that everything about consciousness can be understood in terms of physical processes. If qualia cannot be fully explained by physical processes, then consciousness may involve more than just neural activity. Philosophical perspectives on consciousness also add depth to the discussion. Dualism, for instance, posits that the mind and body are distinct entities, suggesting that consciousness cannot be entirely explained by physical processes. René Descartes famously described this perspective, arguing for a separation between the mind, a non-physical substance, and the body, a physical substance. In contrast, physicalism asserts that consciousness arises entirely from physical processes. Yet, even within physicalism, there is a divide between reductive physicalism, which attempts to explain consciousness solely through physical processes, and non-reductive physicalism, which allows for the possibility that consciousness may have emergent properties that cannot be reduced to mere physical interactions. Contemporary neuroscience has made significant strides in uncovering the neural correlates of consciousness, specific brain regions and networks associated with conscious experience. One prominent approach to tackling the hard problem is integrated information theory, IIT, developed by neuroscientist Giulio Tononi. IIT posits that consciousness corresponds to the capacity of a system to integrate information. According to this theory, the degree of consciousness is linked to the complexity of the information processing occurring within a system. This perspective offers a quantitative framework for understanding consciousness, suggesting that systems with higher degrees of integrated information will exhibit richer conscious experiences. However, while IIT provides a compelling model, it still grapples with the challenge of explaining why integrated information results in subjective experience. Another influential perspective is panpsychism, which posits that consciousness is a fundamental feature of the universe, present in varying degrees across all forms of matter. This view suggests that even elementary particles possess some form of consciousness, albeit vastly different from human experience. Proponents argue that panpsychism offers a solution to the hard problem by positing consciousness as an inherent aspect of reality rather than a byproduct of complex biological processes. However, critics question how such a view can be reconciled with our understanding of consciousness as it manifests in complex organisms. The exploration of the hard problem also intersects with discussions about artificial intelligence and the potential for machines to possess consciousness. As advancements in AI continue to evolve, questions arise about whether a sufficiently advanced machine could exhibit consciousness or subjective experience. This dilemma prompts philosophical inquiries into the nature of consciousness itself. Is it unique to biological organisms, or can it arise in non-biological systems? If machines could possess consciousness, what implications would this hold for our understanding of the mind and the ethical considerations surrounding AI? Moreover, the hard problem of consciousness raises profound implications for our understanding of personal identity and the nature of self. If consciousness is not solely reducible to physical processes, what does this mean for our conception of the self? Are our subjective experiences, our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions, merely products of neural activity, or do they reflect something more profound about our nature as conscious beings? These questions challenge us to reconsider the foundations of our understanding of identity and existence. The hard problem of consciousness remains one of the most profound and challenging questions in philosophy and science. It underscores the complexity of subjective experience and the difficulties inherent in bridging the gap between objective neural processes and the rich inner life of consciousness. As researchers continue to explore the neural correlates of consciousness and investigate various philosophical phenomena, continuing the exploration of the hard problem of consciousness, it is essential to consider the impact of phenomenology and first-person perspectives on our understanding of subjective experience. Phenomenology, a philosophical movement founded by Edmund Husserl, emphasizes the study of conscious experience from the first-person point of view. This approach advocates for a detailed examination of how experiences are lived and perceived, rather than merely focusing on external behavior or neural processes. By prioritizing the subjective quality of experience, phenomenology seeks to illuminate the nuances of consciousness that may elude traditional scientific methodologies. One of the key insights from phenomenology is the distinction between what we might call raw experience and the layers of interpretation that follow. For example, when we experience a sunset, there is the immediate sensory data, the colors, the light, the atmosphere, but there are also the feelings and meanings we attach to that experience, shaped by our memories, cultural context, and emotional state. This richness of experience highlights the complexity of consciousness and suggests that understanding it requires more than just a reduction to brain activity. The hard problem, therefore, is not just about identifying neural correlates but also about capturing the essence of what it feels like to be conscious. The challenge of articulating subjective experience has led some philosophers to propose that reductionist approaches may inherently miss the mark. Thomas Nagel, in his influential essay, What Is It Like to Be a Bat?, argues that no matter how much we learn about the brain of a bat, we cannot fully understand what it is like to experience the world as a bat does. This notion emphasizes the limitations of objective science when grappling with subjective experience, reinforcing the idea that consciousness may involve aspects that elude objective measurement or explanation. The implications of the hard problem of consciousness extend beyond philosophical inquiry into practical realms, such as medicine and mental health. Understanding consciousness is crucial for addressing various psychological and neurological conditions. For instance, conditions like anesthesia, coma, and altered states of consciousness pose significant questions about the nature of awareness and subjective experience. While medical science can describe the physiological states associated with these conditions, the hard problem prompts deeper questions about what it means to be conscious and how we can understand the experiences of individuals in altered states. Moreover, the hard problem has implications for ethics and morality. As our understanding of consciousness evolves, so too does our conception of moral consideration. If consciousness is a fundamental aspect of existence, how do we determine which beings deserve moral consideration? This question is particularly relevant in discussions surrounding animal rights and the treatment of non-human entities. Understanding the subjective experiences of animals and their potential for consciousness challenges traditional views that prioritize human experience over that of other beings. The hard problem, therefore, invites us to broaden our ethical frameworks to account for the possibility of consciousness in various forms of life. The advancement of neuroscience continues to provide insights into the mechanisms underlying consciousness, yet it also raises further questions about the relationship between brain function and subjective experience. For example, studies using brain imaging technologies have identified specific brain regions associated with aspects of consciousness, such as self-awareness and perception. However, these findings often lead to more questions than answers. How do these brain processes translate into the rich, qualitative experiences we have? Can we ever fully capture the essence of consciousness through neuroscience alone? In the face of these challenges, some researchers advocate for a multidisciplinary approach to studying consciousness, integrating insights from philosophy, psychology, neuroscience, and even art. By fostering dialogue between these fields, we may develop a more comprehensive understanding of consciousness that encompasses both the objective and subjective dimensions. This integrative approach could lead to innovative methodologies for studying consciousness, encouraging researchers to explore questions that traditional scientific paradigms may overlook. Another intriguing avenue of exploration is the intersection of consciousness with quantum mechanics. Some theorists, like physicist Eugene Wigner, have proposed that consciousness may play a role in the collapse of the quantum wave function, suggesting a fundamental connection between consciousness and the fabric of reality itself. While this idea remains highly speculative and controversial, it illustrates the profound implications that consciousness could have for our understanding of the universe. If consciousness is indeed intertwined with quantum processes, it could challenge our fundamental assumptions about the nature of reality, prompting a re-evaluation of the relationship between mind and matter. As we continue to grapple with the hard problem of consciousness, it becomes clear that our quest for understanding is not merely an academic endeavor but a deeply human one. The search for meaning and understanding of our own subjective experiences is a fundamental aspect of what it means to be human. As we continue to explore the hard problem of consciousness, it is essential to address the implications of lucid dreaming and altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by meditation or psychedelic substances. These experiences provide unique insights into the nature of consciousness and challenge our understanding of subjectivity. Lucid dreaming, for instance, occurs when individuals become aware that they are dreaming while still in the dream state. This heightened awareness raises questions about the nature of self and reality within the dream context. If one can possess self-awareness and agency in a dream, what does this reveal about the mechanisms of consciousness in waking life? Research on altered states of consciousness, particularly through meditation practices, has demonstrated that sustained attention and mindfulness can lead to profound changes in subjective experience. Studies suggest that regular meditation can alter brain structure and function, enhancing aspects of consciousness such as self-awareness, emotional regulation, and even empathy. These findings point to the malleability of consciousness and suggest that it is not a fixed state but rather a dynamic process that can be influenced by practices and experiences. This flexibility challenges the notion of a singular, static conscious experience and opens avenues for exploring how different states of consciousness might provide insights into the hard problem. Psychedelic substances, such as psilocybin and LSD, have gained attention for their ability to induce altered states of consciousness that can lead to profound experiences of interconnectedness, unity, and altered perception of self and reality. Recent research into the therapeutic potential of psychedelics has shown that these substances can facilitate significant shifts in consciousness, often accompanied by lasting changes in perspective and emotional well-being. The experiences reported during these states often include vivid visuals, deep emotional insights, and a sense of transcendence, providing a fascinating glimpse into the potential of consciousness to transcend ordinary boundaries. However, the challenge remains: how do we account for these rich and varied experiences within our understanding of consciousness? The hard problem prompts us to consider whether these altered states reveal something fundamental about the nature of consciousness itself or whether they merely represent temporary deviations from a baseline state. The subjective quality of these experiences suggests that consciousness may be far more complex than previously understood, with the potential to encompass a wide range of states and qualities. In addition to exploring altered states, the hard problem also intersects with discussions on artificial intelligence and machine consciousness. As technology advances, the question of whether machines can possess consciousness becomes increasingly relevant. The debate surrounding machine consciousness raises philosophical questions about the nature of experience itself. If we define consciousness solely by behavior and functional responses, then advanced AI might meet the criteria for consciousness. However, if we emphasize the qualitative aspects of experience, subjectivity, awareness, and the ability to feel, then it remains unclear whether machines can truly experience consciousness or merely replicate behaviors associated with it. This distinction is crucial as we navigate a future where AI technologies become more integrated into our lives. Moreover, the implications of the hard problem extend to our understanding of personal identity. If consciousness is not solely reducible to physical processes, how does this affect our conception of the self? The continuity of consciousness over time raises questions about identity. Are we the same person at different stages of life, or does our identity shift as our conscious experiences evolve? These inquiries challenge conventional notions of selfhood and invite deeper exploration into the relationship between consciousness, memory, and identity. As we reflect on the hard problem of consciousness, it becomes clear that this inquiry is not just an abstract philosophical exercise but a deeply human endeavor that touches upon our understanding of existence, identity, and the nature of reality. The quest to unravel the mysteries of consciousness may lead us to profound insights not only about the mind but also about the human condition itself. Each exploration invites us to confront our assumptions and broaden our perspectives, reminding us that the nature of consciousness is a rich and complex tapestry woven from diverse threads of experience. In the end, the hard problem of consciousness remains an open frontier in both philosophy and science. As we continue to investigate the intricate relationship between brain processes and subjective experience, we may find that the answers we seek are not definitive but rather contribute to an ongoing dialogue about the nature of consciousness. The journey may not lead to a singular resolution but to a deeper understanding of the multifaceted nature of consciousness itself. This ongoing inquiry highlights the importance of interdisciplinary collaboration, where insights from neuroscience, psychology, philosophy, and even art can converge to create a more comprehensive understanding of consciousness. By embracing this collaborative spirit, we can foster a richer dialogue about the nature of subjective experience, paving the way for new approaches to age-old questions. Ultimately, while the hard problem of consciousness may remain unresolved, the exploration itself enhances our appreciation of the complexities of human experience. It invites us to engage with the mysteries of consciousness not only as a scientific puzzle but as a profound aspect of what it means to be alive. The hard problem of consciousness continues to provoke thought across disciplines, revealing the intricate ways in which subjective experience shapes our understanding of reality. As we delve deeper, it is vital to consider the implications of consciousness in the context of social interactions and relationships. Our conscious experiences profoundly influence how we relate to others, interpret social cues, and navigate interpersonal dynamics. The ability to empathize and connect with others hinges on our conscious awareness of our own emotions and the emotions of those around us. Empathy, often described as the capacity to understand and share the feelings of another, is a key aspect of human social interaction. It relies on our ability to access our own subjective experiences and, in turn, project ourselves into the experiences of others. This empathic connection illustrates the complex interplay between consciousness and social behavior. The hard problem highlights the challenge of understanding how these subjective experiences translate into meaningful social interactions. How do we bridge the gap between our internal experiences and the outward expressions of those experiences in a social context? Moreover, the advent of social media and digital communication raises new questions about the nature of consciousness in contemporary society. As we engage in online interactions, the dynamics of consciousness shift. Digital platforms often provide a facade that can obscure the richness of human experience, leading to a disconnection between the subjective and the objective. The way we present ourselves online may differ significantly from our lived experiences, prompting questions about authenticity and the nature of self in the digital age. How do these mediated interactions influence our consciousness, and what implications do they have for our understanding of self-identity? As we explore these social dimensions, it is also essential to consider the role of culture in shaping consciousness. Cultural narratives and frameworks influence how individuals perceive themselves and their experiences. The hard problem of consciousness invites us to recognize that subjective experiences are not only personal but are also embedded within broader cultural contexts. Different cultures may have distinct conceptions of consciousness, selfhood, and the nature of reality, reflecting diverse understandings of what it means to be conscious. This cultural lens offers valuable insights into the variations in conscious experience and the ways in which these experiences are interpreted. Additionally, the evolution of consciousness presents intriguing questions regarding consciousness in non-human animals. As we broaden our inquiries into consciousness, we must consider the subjective experiences of other species. Research has increasingly demonstrated that many animals exhibit signs of self-awareness, problem-solving, and emotional complexity. In this context, the development of animal welfare and rights movements reflects a growing recognition of consciousness in non-human animals. As we gain insights into the subjective experiences of other beings, we are compelled to reconsider our ethical obligations. The hard problem serves as a backdrop for these discussions, emphasizing that consciousness is not merely a human phenomenon but a characteristic that may extend across various forms of life. This perspective encourages us to advocate for the protection and well-being of animals, acknowledging their capacity for suffering, joy, and intricate emotional lives. The exploration of consciousness also intersects with spirituality and mysticism. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of consciousness in understanding the nature of existence and our place within it. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and contemplative inquiry invite individuals to delve into the depths of their subjective experience, often leading to profound insights about the nature of self and reality. These spiritual approaches resonate with the philosophical inquiries surrounding the hard problem, suggesting that consciousness may hold keys to understanding the fundamental nature of existence. Moreover, the relationship between consciousness and time invites further exploration. Our conscious experience is inherently tied to the perception of time. We experience moments as flowing and continuous, yet our understanding of time is often fragmented, shaped by memory, anticipation, and present awareness. This temporal dimension complicates the hard problem, as it raises questions about how consciousness engages with time. Are our experiences bound to the present moment, or do they encompass past and future in a way that shapes our understanding of self and existence? As we confront the hard problem of consciousness, we recognize that the pursuit of understanding is not just an intellectual endeavor, it is a deeply personal journey that invites us to explore the essence of what it means to be human. The complexities of consciousness challenge us to reflect on our experiences, our relationships, and our place in the universe. This inquiry transcends disciplinary boundaries, urging us to engage with the rich tapestry of human experience in all its dimensions. The hard problem of consciousness remains an open and evolving frontier, inviting ongoing exploration and dialogue. It compels us to consider the nuances of subjective experience, the implications of consciousness for ethics and social relations, and the interconnectedness of all beings. As we navigate this intricate landscape, we are reminded that the quest for understanding consciousness is not solely about finding definitive answers. Instead, it is about engaging with the profound questions that shape our existence and embracing the mystery of consciousness as an integral part of the human experience. The exploration of consciousness, often regarded as one of the most profound mysteries of human experience, gives rise to a host of challenging questions known as the hard problems of consciousness. These enigmatic puzzles delve into the heart of what it means to be conscious, to experience subjective awareness, and to grapple with the complexities of the mind. As we venture into the labyrinth of the hard problems of consciousness, we confront philosophical conundrums that push the boundaries of our understanding and challenge the very essence of our existence. At the core of the hard problems of consciousness lies the question of subjective experience. How and why do we have conscious experiences, sensations, thoughts, and emotions? This aspect of consciousness, often referred to as qualia, poses a profound challenge to traditional scientific and philosophical frameworks, as it involves the elusive nature of subjective awareness that resists easy explanation or reduction to physical processes. The mystery of qualia invites us to ponder the ineffable richness of our inner world, the vivid tapestry of our sensory perceptions, and the enigmatic realm of first-person experience that defies objective analysis. Furthermore, the hard problems of consciousness extend beyond the realm of qualia to encompass the very nature of consciousness itself. What is the essence of consciousness, and how does it arise from the complexities of neural activity and brain processes? This question delves into the heart of the mind-body problem, exploring the intricate relationship between physical mechanisms and subjective awareness, between the material brain and the immaterial realm of consciousness. The challenge of reconciling the physical and phenomenal aspects of consciousness highlights the deep-seated mystery that shrouds our understanding of the human mind and its capacity for subjective experience. Moreover, the hard problems of consciousness raise profound questions about the nature of selfhood, personal identity, and the continuity of consciousness over time. How do we maintain a sense of selfhood and identity amidst the ever-changing flux of conscious experience? What accounts for the unity of consciousness that integrates our thoughts, memories, and perceptions into a coherent stream of awareness? These existential puzzles probe the depths of our existential condition, inviting us to contemplate the nature of self-awareness, personal agency, and the enduring mystery of the self in the vast expanse of conscious existence. As we grapple with the hard problems of consciousness, we are confronted with the profound mysteries that lie at the heart of human experience. The enigmatic nature of subjective awareness, the intricate interplay between mind and body, and the existential questions surrounding selfhood and identity beckon us to embark on a philosophical journey that transcends the boundaries of empirical knowledge and scientific inquiry. In the intricate tapestry of philosophical inquiry, the hard problems of consciousness beckon us to explore the depths of our subjective experience, the mysteries of our inner world, and the enigmatic nature of conscious awareness. As we navigate the labyrinth of these challenging questions, we are invited to contemplate the profound complexities of consciousness that elude easy explanation and defy reduction to material processes or objective analysis. The enigma of qualia, the essence of consciousness, and the nature of selfhood represent profound puzzles that challenge our assumptions, deepen our insights, and push the boundaries of our understanding. The mystery of qualia invites us to reflect on the vivid palette of our sensory experiences, the ineffable richness of our emotional states, and the subjective tapestry of consciousness that colors our perception of the world. By delving into the depths of qualia, we confront the enigmatic nature of subjective awareness that resists easy categorization and defies reductionist explanations. Furthermore, the exploration of the essence of consciousness prompts us to ponder the intricate relationship between mind and body, the neural underpinnings of subjective experience, and the elusive nature of the self. The challenge of reconciling the physical processes of the brain with the phenomenal aspects of consciousness points to the deep-seated mystery that surrounds the emergence of subjective awareness from the complexities of neural activity. By probing the depths of the mind-body problem, we confront the enigmatic interplay between the material substrate of the brain and the immaterial realm of conscious experience. Moreover, the contemplation of selfhood and personal identity in the context of consciousness raises profound existential questions about the nature of the self, the continuity of consciousness over time, and the enduring mystery of personal agency. How do we maintain a sense of selfhood amidst the ever-changing flux of conscious experience? What accounts for the unity of consciousness that integrates our thoughts, memories, and perceptions into a coherent narrative of self-awareness? These existential inquiries challenge us to confront the enigmatic nature of personal identity, the elusive nature of the self, and the enduring mystery that underlies the fabric of conscious existence. In the exploration of the hard problems of consciousness, we are invited to embrace the uncertainties of subjective experience, the mysteries of qualia, and the enigmatic nature of selfhood with a spirit of philosophical inquiry, intellectual curiosity, and existential wonder. By delving into the depths of consciousness, we embark on a journey of self-discovery, intellectual exploration, and existential contemplation that illuminates the profound mysteries that lie at the heart of human experience.